Hello, I'm Scott Bogey here with Jose Rodriguez ahead of his Cage Fury 142 fight against Dan Agora. How are you doing today? And how are you feeling ahead of your upcoming fight?
Feel good. Been training hard. Training has been going how it always does. Super good. Feel great. Not really that many problems. So overall, feel pretty good.
And in your last fight, it couldn't have ended any better. A first round stoppage, first round knockout. How was that?
That's, that's the goal every single fight. To get done. We don't
Yeah.
get paid by the hour, so the sooner you get it done, the sooner you get paid. So, that was exactly how I wanted it to go.
So that your mentality is getting in there and getting out there as quickly as possible. 'Cause I know with some fighters, they like to, you've been training for so long, you want it to be able to showcase your full arsenal.
Right. So, I have a really, really, really good gas tank. So I also like to drown people. But
Yeah.
there's no better way than to end somebody, end them early. If it's not there early, I can knock you out at any round. So honestly, like it doesn't matter to me. Like if I have to drown you, I will. If I can take you out in the first, I'll take you out in the first.
And we saw that in your professional debut, the third round knockout. So you do have that gas tank, like what you are saying.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I'm listen. I throw every punch with a bad intention behind it. I don't. I don't throw nothing lightly. Also, I have the gas tank to maintain that. Most people can't deal with just my wrestling, But for my record, you wouldn't even know that I'm a wrestler because I just finish everybody.
Yeah. And how does it feel knowing that K Fury is coming back to New Jersey and you're being able to fight in your home ground?
I love it. It's super exciting. It's my first time in Atlantic City. I know it's a bigger venue. I've been to their venues before. They do a great job. I love them. I'm really close to all the Cage Fury guys, so it's just a blessing, to be on there, showcase my skills, and they're pretty much. They are the biggest regional, in this like in the
Yeah.
region. They're the biggest promotion, so I'm
And you
glad to
say
be
you're
part of
quite tight with quite a few other fighters. Well, you don't need to look that far ahead. You do have Dante Rivera, your gym. You've got Eric Nolan. You got the champion Hernandez, who's fighting on this card. You have got a lot of high level opposition at your gym. How does that help with being able to step up your improvement?
tremendously. These guys are guys that I train with on a daily basis, and I see them more than I do my family. They when one of us isn't feeling the best, the other one's pushing us. A lot of the guys are around my weight, so you know, it's great. It's a blessing. Some of the guys like Luke definitely look up to. He's hardworking all the time, and so you just gotta be around people like that, and then it kind of resonates off on you. So
And you brought up a point there. You see them more than you see your own actual family. Do
mm.
you feel like that is a sacrifice that us as fans we don't really notice that you aren't being able to see family as often because you are just training to put on these performances?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's for sure a sacrifice. I would love to spend more time with my family than I do, but I have a really good girlfriend that supports me, really good family that also supports me. So, they make it a lot easier. So, I know certain situations they don't make it easier. So I'm grateful for the situation that I'm in to have a family and a good girl by my side.
And then speaking about Case Fury just a bit more, you did make your pro debut with them. You did transition from the amateur scene with them as well. How was it being able to move from the amateur scene to the pro scene, staying with the same company?
Oh, it was smooth, fast. I had one amateur fight with them, and then that was pretty much all they needed to see, and they were they were happy. Like couldn't have got the next gen amateur belt by knockout in the second round. And then from what they heard, I remember them saying, "Oh, this guy, he's a national champ wrestler," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, wait till you guys see like my hands," and that's what they saw. They're like, "What the fuck?" So that's why I'm sure that's why they like me. So.
And then, do you feel like a run, like obviously 2024 was a great year for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel like this year is your goal? Like how many times are you wanting to fight? What are you looking to achieve?
After this fight, honestly, I want to get the title as soon as possible. I'm trying to get into the UFC by the end of the year. Like I'm trying to get the ball rolling. Like I'm trying to fight as much as I can, as much as possible. Like I want to get to that next level and as fast as possible. Just because I have a really good background with wrestling and stuff, and I just think I'm just I think I'm like levels above a lot of these regional guys. So I mean, I just can't wait to show it too. So
So you feel like it's not about if you're going to get there, it's about when that you're going to get there.
yeah, no. That's exactly what is in my brain. I don't know. Like it's not a matter of fact. Like it's going to happen. It matters when. When is that going to happen? And I'm going to do anything I can to make sure that it happens as quick as possible.
And what is your walking weight? Because I know some people they do make a big cut to 155. Some it's a bit easier. But what do you normally walk around with?
180.
180. And how do you feel like the cut is going down to like lightweight?
It's always good. I'm a professional. I do this. I've done this for my whole life. I've cut weight my whole life. I've been wrestling for 20 years. I know how to cut weight. I know how to do it smart. There's always ways to evolve and make it better. And so every camp, there's something small that I adjust to make it a lot easier for me, and to make sure I'm be able to compete at the highest level. So
And do you feel like also with the UFC title, you do have that Islam? Is he going to stay? Is he doesn't? If he does stay, who do you feel like that number one contender is? Because also there is that bunch of options.
at 155,
Yeah. Do you feel like Elias should get that shot straight away, or do you think he needs that contender?
I would say I'm so biased. I'm so biased with Ilya. I just want him to fight Islam, but realistically, he should fight the top 2 3 contender before he gets to fight Islam. Like Islam's been the guy. He's fought in other 45s. I mean, like you have to earn that at this point to even like get close. It's a very interesting fight, but I'm also very biased because I'm part Spaniard, so just biased towards it. The fuck's his name? I just blanked out.
Islam? No,
No,
Ilya.
Ilya. So I want him to get it, but he should fight before at least one contender before he fights Islam.
And how would you feel if, like the UFC, they have gone to Paris, they've gone to London, they've gone to Manchester? How would you feel them coming to Spain?
Oh shit, that would be crazy. I mean, that'd be amazing if they did that fight in Spain. Wow, that would be fucking crazy.
And
I
they
mean,
also
I mean, he better win because if he doesn't, someone's getting hurt.
And you also have got Pereira, who has got his own MMA organization in Spain with WOW FC. Do you feel like that's going to help draw more people to Spain to get at UFC? It's showing their venues. He's got it at the Bernabeu. The UFC could potentially go there.
For sure, they definitely should start. They should start doing it there. I mean, there's tons of great fighters that come out of Spain. So like like just the more they get over there, the more exposure they'll have to other fighters and to like a whole new demographic of people that want to see it. I mean, I think it's
And
great. It only can help.
And how would you like to perform it in front of a stadium? You have here in Europe, you've got a lot more stadium shows with Octagon, you have KSW, now WOW. How would you like to fight in an NFL stadium uh, or in another just football stadium?
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, the more the merrier to me. The roar of
Uh,
the crowd makes me fight better
and how are you going to be celebrating this victory? Once you get in there, you get that knockout, what are you celebrating with?
by glorifying the man upstairs. That's it. I can't do it without him. I can't. That's it. It is whatever's happening is written in the stars. I give all my thanks, appreciation, everything, glory to God. So
And I'm guessing it's going to be straight back into the gym as well on the next day.
I don't take days off.
And what is the most difficult part of a training camp for you?
The most difficult part of training camp,
Yeah.
I would say, has to be. I love food, man. I love food. I love snacks. So for sure, eating. I love eating, but also I feel better when I don't eat that shit. I'm just, you know, I love to eat the snacks. I love to eat pizza. So just eating right is probably the hardest thing. But after about a month, it doesn't it's not so bad.
So you're gonna try and get yourself a pizza after this win as well.
I'm calling out a pizza sponsor. Like I'm telling them I need a fucking pizza sponsor.
Well, you definitely deserve it. And obviously, with your amateur career, near the end, it did get title after title after title. You had the Cage Fury FC one. You had the Flex fight. Dead serious. How was it being able to just get all these titles one after the other?
It was good. Like you know, slowly I just started, believing in myself, and then once I graduated college and kind of came back into MMA, I was a very different person than I was early on in my MMA career. I was a national champ wrestler at Iowa Central, and just from being that, it was hard to find fights. So I almost had to jump into straight title fights. People wouldn't accept me for other fights, so I almost had to just jump straight into the title fights, and every single one I dominated. So like as I grew, it got easier and easier and easier. I'm still progressing in my striking and everything else, but I'm a student of the game, and so like I'm enjoying the process of learning and still continuing to grow as a fighter.
Yeah, 'cause you did have that 3 year gap since from that amateur defeat to your
Yep.
next fight. Was that just because you were struggling to find opponents?
No, 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 no. So I had a 3 year gap because I went back to college.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't done with school yet. I hadn't learned how to fight my first two fights. I only knew wrestling. Like I didn't really I wasn't at an MMA gym. I didn't know anything. They were just a guy I knew promotion was like, hey, you want to jump into a fight? I was like, fuck it, why not? And then after college, I found a gym in New Jersey, and I fell in love with it, like the game, being a student of it, and then from there on, like you know, you could see that I'm obviously a fighter now. So
And who were you really looking up to when you were coming through when you first started getting into the sport? Who were you looking up to?
John Jones, Cain Velasquez, Colby Covington. I mean, all the guys that are from my school, the same college as me. Like like they're very. My name's up on a board next to theirs, and it's literally the coolest thing in the world. Like, there's nothing like having my name next to theirs inside the wrestling room before they were even UFC champs. And so, like, the fact that my name's next to theirs on something that's smaller than a UFC title, it means more to me that it's before all their money and fame. Like
Yeah.
that's the pinnacle of where it started, and like that means more to me than anything from any of this fighting game will ever bring.
And I'm gonna say that how big is it knowing that you were there before you saw those achievements before everyone else did, before they were in that spotlight, before their fame started, you saw their names and you were next to them.
Oh, it's the best thing. It's literally the best thing. Like I personally know that these guys were there and they weren't like the best people, like the best wrestlers and this. And so from an understanding point is like these guys are human just like me. And I'm doing the same shit they are. There's no reason
Yeah.
why I can't. And so like the level that they've reached, it just reassures me how much confidence I should have in myself.
And does it show you that that path is there? If you are putting in that determination, you put in that grit, that path is doable.
It is doable, and it's all formed from the head coach. I promise you could ask them all the same thing, and the reason they're so mentally strong is from our head coach Luke Moffett. Dude's literally a fucking guru, literally the craziest dude, best man in the world. Like if that was a 4 year school, I would have stayed there for forever. I would have stayed there forever.
And what was it that brought you into the sport? Like you said, you did get into you were a wrestler. What was it that got you transitioning from that wrestling to the MMA cage?
Those names on the wall. I looked at the wall and I'm like, I know those guys. not from here, but from fucking on TV. And
Yeah.
I was like, when I was in college, they were on TV, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, this is really fucking like surreal, like crazy. And so like everyone from Iowa Central goes into MMA. That's just like what happens at Iowa Central. I don't know why. Don't ask me how. It just what happens.
So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of this is your career path.
Yeah, this is it. This is it for me. This is it for me. There's no plan B. Plan B is
And
plan A.
well, make sure you tune in to watch him get that another spectacular knockout. If we were to say, give you that blank canvas, how are you going to get him out there?
How am I going to get him out there? However the fight goes. If I need to drown him, I'll drown him. If he comes out strong, I'll be there. I mean, I'm better in every single position, every single way. I've watched this guy fight. There, there's, however it ends, it's gonna be on my terms. So that's it.
It's a fight you definitely do not want to watch. You'll be able to get in a show when you go and watch it, and you'll be able to see another victory and see his hand get raised. Islam, if you're watching, get ready. There's a new person coming to take your crown very shortly. Is there is there anyone you're wanting to shout out or anything else you're wanting to add?
Yeah, just shout out to all my sponsors, Caliber Construction. They do huge for me. Shout out to my girlfriend. Tremendous help. Shout out to all my family that love me. And May 24th, be there.